Welcome to Movie Time, and today we're excited to present a countdown of the top 10 unstoppable action movies that will keep you begging for more. This list is a collection of lesser-known action films, each packed with intense hand-to-hand combat, high-octane chases, and incredible sequences that will take your breath away. After watching this video, you'll likely have a few new favorites to add to your must-watch list. If you love our rundown of these action-packed films, feel free to share it with fellow action movie fans. Stay tuned until the end of the video and let us know which film tops your list in the comments. Number 10. 60 Minutes. 60 Minutes is a 2024 gripping German action drama that follows the intense journey of Octavio, an MMA fighter. The film is set against the backdrop of Berlin's bustling streets and underground fight clubs, adding a gritty and realistic tone to the narrative. He is trying to balance his demanding career with his responsibilities as a father. His life takes a dramatic turn when he receives a message from his ex-husband, who has decided to file for sole custody of their daughter. He must attend his daughter's birthday party within the next hour, or he will lose custody of her forever. This ultimatum sets off a high-stakes race against time where every second counts. As Octavio navigates through the city, he encounters a series of obstacles that test his physical and mental limits. Number 9. Mayhem. Mayhem is a 2023 action thriller film that follows the gripping story of Sam, a model prisoner who has managed to keep his head down and serve his time quietly. However, his past is not so easily forgotten. When he is released, he decides to flee to Thailand in hopes of starting a new life far away from the shadows of his previous existence. In Thailand, Sam finds a semblance of peace and begins to rebuild his life. He meets a local woman, and they start a family together. For a time, it seems like he has finally escaped his past, but the tranquility is short-lived. A local criminal who recognizes Sam's skills and past drags him back into the world of crime. The situation escalates when Sam's family becomes the target of a brutal attack orchestrated by the criminal. This attack reignites the fire within Sam, and he decides to take matters into his own hands. Number 8. Accident Man.
It's payback time, fellas!
Accident Man is a 2018 martial art action thriller film that follows the story of Mike Fallon, a highly skilled hitman who specializes in making his assassinations appear as accidents. Mike works for a criminal organization led by a former assassin who has trained him and others in the art of killing. Mike's life takes a dramatic turn when he discovers that his ex-girlfriend Beth has been brutally murdered. Initially, he's told it was a mugging gone wrong, but Mike soon realizes that her death was no accident. He also learns that some of his fellow assassins were hired to kill her, orchestrating the attack to look random. Devastated and driven by revenge, Mike decides to go rogue, defying his employers and systematically hunting down the assassins responsible for Beth's death. Number 7. The Villainous. The Villainous is a 2017 Korean action thriller film centered on Suk-hee, a woman trained from childhood to become a deadly assassin. The movie begins with an adrenaline-pumping, action-packed sequence where she single-handedly takes down a criminal organization, showcasing her unparalleled combat skills. However, after her capture, Suk-hee is offered a second chance by a secret government agency that proposes a deal. Serve them as an undercover operative for 10 years, and in return she will be granted freedom and a new identity. Accepting the offer in the hopes of starting a normal life, especially for her young daughter, Suk-hee adopts a new identity and begins working on dangerous missions for the agency. As she navigates her missions, Suk-hee's past begins to resurface in unsettling ways with haunting memories and unresolved trauma pushing her toward a dangerous reckoning. Number 6. The 355. The 355 is a 2022 action spy film that follows a group of international female spies from around the world who must unite to stop a global threat. The film begins when a powerful piece of advanced technology capable of hacking into any system, weapon, or network falls into the wrong hands. CIA agent Mason Brown is tasked with recovering the device, but after her mission goes awry, she finds herself needing help from other agents across the globe. Each agent brings unique expertise to the mission, and their journey takes them across the globe, where they face numerous dangerous adversaries, including mercenaries and corrupt officials. As they close in on the target, they must stay one step ahead of those seeking to misuse the technology for devastating purposes. The women, now a tight-knit team, confront their adversaries in a climactic showdown to save millions from catastrophe. Number 5. Honest Thief. Honest Thief is a 2020 action crime thriller film that follows Tom Carter, a former bank robber known for his meticulous heists. After years of successfully stealing millions from small banks and living under the radar, Tom decides to leave his criminal past behind for a chance at a better life. His motivation for change comes from his newfound love, a woman unaware of his former life. Wanting to be honest with her and start fresh, Tom makes the bold decision to turn himself in and return the stolen money in exchange for a reduced sentence. Tom contacts the FBI hoping for a deal. However, his plan to right his wrongs quickly goes awry when the FBI agents sent to handle his case have other plans. What starts as a noble attempt at redemption turns into a high-stakes game of survival as Tom finds himself caught in a web of deception and betrayal. Number 4. Resident Evil: The Final Chapter. The Final Chapter is a 2016 action zombie film and the 6th installment in the Resident Evil series. The film picks up shortly after the events of Retribution. Alice returns to a desolate Raccoon City, the original site of the Umbrella Corporation's experiments. After a devastating betrayal, Alice is forced to confront her past and the horrors unleashed by the T-virus. As she navigates the ruins, Alice teams up with a group of survivors who are determined to fight against the undead and Umbrella's forces. They seek to find a way to stop the outbreak once and for all. The Umbrella Corporation has developed a plan to release a final bioweapon, threatening the remnants of humanity. While battling mutated creatures and hordes of zombies, Alice must confront her own demons, including her complicated history with Umbrella. Number 3. Peppermint.
What do I want? I want justice.
Peppermint is a 2018 action thriller film that follows the story of Riley North, a wife and mother whose life is shattered when her husband Chris and daughter Carly are brutally murdered by members of a violent drug cartel. Chris, unknowingly drawn into a criminal conspiracy, becomes a target when he contemplates getting involved with a gang, but before he can act, the cartel eliminates him and his family. Riley survives the attack, but her world collapses when the justice system, corrupted by the cartel's influence, fails to prosecute the killers. Devastated and consumed by grief, Riley disappears for 5 years. During this time, she hones her combat and tactical skills, transforming herself into a deadly vigilante. She returns to Los Angeles with a single mission: to avenge her family and bring down the cartel that destroyed her life. Number 2. Jason Bourne. Jason Bourne is a 2016 action thriller film and the 5th installment in the Bourne series that follows the iconic character Jason Bourne as he resurfaces after years of living off the grid. He seeks answers about his identity and the shadowy programs that turned him into a lethal assassin. The film kicks off with a former operative hacking into the CIA's secure servers to uncover new information about Bourne's origins and the agency's continued manipulation of people like him. When an operative finds evidence linking Bourne to a new surveillance initiative, she tracks him down, prompting him to come out of hiding. As Bourne grapples with his past, he is thrust into a dangerous game of cat and mouse. The CIA is determined to eliminate Bourne before he exposes their secrets. Number 1. 13 Hours: The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. 13 Hours is a 2016 war film that follows the real-life events of the 2012 attack on a U.S. diplomatic compound and CIA annex in Benghazi, Libya. The The story revolves around 6 members of the Global Response Staff, private security contractors, tasked with defending the Americans stationed in Benghazi. On the evening of September 2012, the diplomatic compound comes under assault by armed militants. Amidst the chaos, the team faces a tough decision: follow orders to stand down or rush in to defend their comrades. The story captures their resolve and courage as they make the choice to intervene. As the situation escalates, the team must navigate the dangers of a rapidly unfolding attack. Throughout the night, they confront numerous challenges and harrowing circumstances, showcasing the intensity of combat and the unpredictability of warfare. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end of this video. If you enjoyed what you watched, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our future content. Feel free to leave a comment down below, share your thoughts, or suggest topics you'd like to see in upcoming videos.